Trying to finally get to it because we've been years behind here. 2024, 2025. Trying to build a tool bag still so I can go to the junkyard. It might be my coaling. Not sure yet. I'm trying to get rid of again as much stuff as I can as fast as I can. Whether or not it's working or not, whatever. Keep on listing. So we're trying to get rid of as much stuff as we can. And then if I make like even a 5 by 5 foot space area, and I can just fill up one tote, sell used car parts. Because the value of car parts is crazy. I just found some Ford parts I found about maybe 2 weeks ago. I just got to it now because we were running with UPS and all that, but now that's all gone. They're not even hiring either, which sucks. But I don't know. I guess I'm gonna have to seek out Swift or something. Luckily, I have some money now since we did the packaging, and we got skinnier too. We got this. We got skinnier. I don't have man boobs anymore. I don't have a stomach. Strong now. So we got rid of that. That's all canceled. I'll have to do. I don't know. Maybe we'll have to go to Swift or something. I don't know. Hey, what hire you back on? Not hire me. I was never hired on anyway, but if they consider you, so everything's scrapped though. People's minds are scrapped now. People are just crazy. What's going on in this country? But there's nothing you can do about it. People and how insane they are. YouTube is pretty boring now. I think the people who produced okay content are now no longer around, or they're just not really producing it, or it got too commercialized. It's not too fun anymore. I think it's time for everyone out there watching for you instead of to consume, create something. That's what it's time for. It's for you, me, you to create something instead of consuming what is already there. So that's my thought about the state of the entertainment on the internet. You do it, not don't watch anyone else. I was cleaning up some cast iron pans that I had. One is quite old. I have to show it, but it's still funky. It's so bad. I almost feel like putting it in the oven, perhaps in the clean mode, and it will bake the old seasoning off 2 old pans. But one pan is so old it doesn't say USA on it because in 1960, I wouldn't know. It's before my time, way before my time. 30, 36 years before my time, I think. No, 26 years before my time. Um, uh, they didn't put USA on it. 1960, I think they changed that. So they're from 1959 or earlier. This one pan is pretty beat up, but it sure is dirty. So I found this YouTube channel quickly, and some guy is IDing pans. This whole channel is with cast iron pans. I don't know how you build a whole audience over cast iron pans and get like 70,000 subscribers just off cast iron pans and skillets. No idea. I built 25,000 subscribers on here in 5Watch about a variety of topics. So I don't know how they do it, but they were so. I turned it off right away because they were so crappy, and they said that they got demonetized for a YouTube short that they posted. It wasn't even a video; it was a YouTube short about how they shouldn't buy the 250 anniversary cast iron pans that they have, which were pretty cool. They said like made in America and everything. I'm not buying one just because I'm not spending $30 on a pan. I'm being super cheap. But if I find one for free, I'll put it in my collection. So, um, this guy saying that America is done now because of Trump and everything else. It's like blah blah blah. He's just shredding the guy and this spewing hatred on his YouTube channel with images of the American flag burning and all the other stuff and Trump and his little face. So this is a guy showing you how to recondition cast iron pans, but he's on YouTube making some stupid video about how he's not buying a 250 anniversary cast iron skillet that says America because he says America is done with after 250. How does that have to do anything? Like, stay on topic. Stay on topic. If you created a YouTube channel that was about that, you should stay on topic and not turn it into your own personal political bullshit. You know, I only stay about the political stuff when it affects me personally, like with freaking Biden, who was never a really real president anyway. The bot, and then the 1099K shit. I came so close to the 1099K one year to getting a invoice of my used shit, and I would have had to. It was so much work that one year to go itemize everything and kind of figure out roughly what I spent on it and everything else and how much of a loss it was. But I was like really close. I was probably like $300 away or something from getting one, but I didn't. I didn't. So I was proud of that. Now it's back to $20,000 again. So yeah, I will bitch about that when people are doing unnecessary rulings on people. But the evil satanic people who worship Satan, who just hate everything and everyone about America, yet they live here, and I don't know, they're getting benefits from the fruits of our labor, of all the hardworking people who do stuff here. They get screwed, trying to create a business, trying to help you, trying to create a product from nothing, like any kind of business, like the cast iron pan guy, like that company probably started from nothing. Whoa. Making cast iron pans, and they grew it in America, but he's not supporting America because of our current political thing. So it's just total like this hatred and putrid that is just posted on this platform, and like people even watch it. I don't even know why. I'll get like thousands of views. Someone that's doing that, but someone will say right away that I'm being negative or this or that when I bring up something in like 2 seconds, like a stick out wheel truck or the stupid mirror sticking out in a truck, or like the trailer hitch receiver being left on a truck. They'll go attack me over it like a crazy person over that 2.5 seconds of laughing about it. I don't know. I can't. I can't figure it out, nor do I really care to think much about it. So that's that. All I know is we can afford to tint our windows in the car, which is cool. We can afford gas. We can afford a Hot Wheels car. Yeah, and more stuff to sell. And we gotta get more into automotive parts, because automotive parts is where the money is. Because I found 2 weeks ago, I'm rambling now for 7 minutes. Ford Bronco part for the new Ford Bronco. The floor mats set's worth like 100 to 150, and this plastic panel that I found worth like 200. So some idiot in condo land threw away at least 300 to 350, maybe even more, 250 plus 150 for the mats. So that's like 250, $400 of items that someone in condo land just throws away into the landfill. I took it naturally knowing what it was. And yeah, who knows? It might sell. Imagine if we make 450 out of some idiot in condo land throwing away Ford Bronco parts. That'd be amazing. I already made a lot of selling people with Jeep bumpers and stuff here, so I don't know. It will be something eventually. So yeah, but yeah, people are wasteful and dumb. I threw out some stuff, filling up the landfill um, this week. You can only do what you can do. Sometimes you can't. I hate filling up the landfill, but you have to sometimes. Anyway, I think I'll be out of here soon because this place is probably going to smell like smoke again. I'm not dealing with the radio situation in Old Blue anymore because I sat in that thing for like 20 minutes trying to dig around in it, and I literally started wheezing. My clothes smell like smoke. I literally came out of it black, like I was working under the hood, and I just said, this isn't right, and however this happened by this dysfunctional means is just out of control. So yeah, there probably won't be any more on that either, or like I tell you, much more automotive related stuff on this channel, just because of the stuff that I deal with. Instead, maybe we're just gonna be one of those people who walk around at a random location Again, it's time for you to create something instead of consuming what everyone else is watching, and do that. I wish I had a little spot right now I could work on this, like a little work stand or something, but I don't. And I can start cleaning these parts right now at night. But see, I'll just sit here again and again and again, and like two more months will go by, and I'll still have rusty shit when it should have been fixed. Same like those cast iron pans I've been working on. I had them for like 2 months in the back of the car, and it said I have to do something with this. And I thought I was going to just abandon the project and scrap them, but then I fixed them up. So, it came out pretty nice. Vinegar bath. Would have never known. I actually wire wheeled them because they were so scaly. They actually had rust scale on them, so I had to use a wire wheel. And I shouldn't have, but I didn't really mess them up because I use it at a very low speed. Some people are attacking cast iron pans using high speed, aggressive wheels. That just totally destroys it. I was more like just lightly polishing it. And the pans were wet when I was doing it too. I used the water as lubrication, so that's probably helped out too, opposed to just doing it dry. And then there's all like a swirly stuff coming over them. Another thing about cast iron pans is cool. I had no idea. You should be concerned about it, which I might buy a lead testing kit for the 5 that I fixed up. People commonly melted lead in those to make bullets or just rubber or other things you don't want to cook out of a pan. And that was contaminated with lead once, thing's junk. And if you have, I got another one over here. If you had, I found this in a trash and condo land, and I used phosphoric acid on it. This thing's trash. Like, you can't eat off it because I used phosphoric acid to turn it white. So don't do that. But this thing was extremely rusted as well. But, think about someone melting lead on that, for, over a fire or something. It'll just never be the same. This one, though, is not marked at all, which is strange. I wonder if it's just very old and not marked, or it's a foreign jobber. It does have a, looks to be like a hole in it right there. But yeah, I'm going to have to try to fix this one. I did soak it with phosphoric acid, but phosphoric acid is bad. And it leaves like a toxic coating on it that's not really good for human consumption. But yeah, I don't know. Or I'm just going to end up selling it. Just try to fix it. I always wanted something like this stored on the barbecue, though. If you ever had a power outage, you can just throw that on top of your barbecue grates and then heat something on top of it. I don't know. So, that's another one. But yeah, we're working on those finally. And then I got all this stuff to go do. So, yeah, piece by piece, we'll get there. I learned that I have to go slow down on my collecting, though, every day. Because then I just don't do what I'm supposed to do. And Scrapyard's closed on Monday, Martin Luther King Day, so maybe we'll do some scrap processing then. I'll plan that and do something fun tomorrow, maybe, if we can. But yeah, trying to get rid of stuff. I have these people from the East Coast who want to buy stuff, and I don't understand the East and West. They don't know that direction. But what are you going to do? This car has not moved since July, so that's a long time. That's a very long time, actually, over 6 months. So that's an issue. We still got to drain a generator tank over there. And other stuff. But yeah, you can just, yep. People can go share their radical ideas, and then people will join on the bandwagon, and this and that. And it's okay to run from the police, and I don't know, whatever else happened the last week. Well, I was busy. While I was busy doing other things. You know, it's funny too, when you're running, especially doing like any kind of delivery or driving job, you got no time to check the news or whatever. You got no time to see what's going on in the world. You're running the real world when you're running around doing delivery. Say hi, bye, this person, that person, interactions, you're gone off to the next place. Same with driving, doing deliveries and transport, like I have done for many years. That's why this works for me. That kind of that kind of thing just works for me, and I had no really problem with it because I did it for so long. It's the same thing, whether running a tow truck, probably whether running a semi truck, doing packages, it's all the same thing. You just buzz around, you do your stops, and you're done. So, super boring. Some days are just horrible. Some days you just don't want to do it, but it is what it is. But you don't have time when you do all that to see what's going on in the world. You know, when you're done, you go home. It's late. It's probably darkness. It's darkness, and you know you're just doing what you do. But it's interesting how many people are so caught up into what is going on in the world, and you can only say that those people, they have to have like no job and no income, no savings, for them to be that involved in what's going on in the world and have all that time just to consume all that toxic information or what is being fed to them on the news. You know, I don't know. You have to. I always found that those people who consume that shit, they always were not very productive people and not very successful people, opposed to the people who just were just, I got no time for this shit. So, yeah. No time for this shit. Anyway, we should have checked some dumpsters though. There's a lot of goodies in the other dumpsters, but you know, I can only get what I can get. Mostly steel shit. I'm trying to go through my own stuff though, like my copper wire hoard, aluminum hoard, stainless hoard. But yeah, there's just a lot of wacky shit going on. Again, anyone who's so caught up in that stuff and knows anything about it, it's like a big red flag about people. It's very strange that they can be involved in all that. But that's all we gotta yabber about. We have to go clear out our phone. We have to go finish our movie editing from years ago and other things. It'll be funny if I do finish those videos. They're so old. My style has greatly changed with that. You know, I just don't dabble in much anymore or care to show detailed anything because I just don't care. Someone else will do it, and they'll try to sell you a razor and a hairbrush at the same time, showing you how to fix something. Probably copying what I told them, the AI, and everything else. So yeah, soon we're gonna go finally do a tool backpack. We got the rigid bag. You see, all these gifts were given to us for a reason from the dumpsters. Hopefully we can sell off some more car parts and net like at least another $800, $900 on sale items, which would be cool. Hopefully my YouTube earnings will go up a little bit instead of, you know, 100, 200 bucks. Hopefully they'll go up to like, you know, $300 or something. That'll be nice. Hopefully. Yeah. Hopefully. You just can't control it though. My scrap money is coming in way better. I do more on scrap than I make on YouTube now. It's great. And it's super easy and simple. Yeah. Anyway. Don't think about things too much though. Try to force things to, well, I have to zoom in, force things to work when it's not going to work. That's scary. What happened over there? I like zoomed in. Shit ain't gonna work. Anyway. More stuff. No one's buying this printer. This thing's gonna be I don't know if it has a scrap value if I take it apart. I can't hoard onto it anymore. I put it on a pallet. I don't even think my pallet jack might fit that thing. I don't know, might not. That's for a narrow one. I don't know. No, I think mine's wider. I don't know. You ever see those little mini pallet jacks that fit those things? They're so narrow. They come in different sizes. Luckily, I don't really have to collect pallets anymore because the bulky shit that I was going to have to freight ship, I kind of sold it all, except for one motor, which I might just scrap that motor if nobody buys that thing soon. It has an assload of copper in it, so I got to bust it open so they see copper take the end caps off, and then I'll get motor price. So it's not much. It's like 35 cents a pound, but it weighs probably like 100, I don't know. That still won't be much. Shit, it won't be much. Weighs like probably 120 pounds. The motor. So you get 35 cents a pound. I don't know. Anyway, we gotta go explain other things too soon when we go outside. We gotta clear out some footage so we can make a video about this people in general and their bullshit now that you have to deal with people with the lack of responding. I've been saying this for months, but I just haven't gotten around to it. The lack of response and everything else that people do, and they totally think it's okay. And how people just won't value you for any reason at all. And they'll go on to the next person. Well, they just don't really care. And it's really, really selfish. And I don't know. I guess I'm going to do more of this in my future life of just testing people into that. And you'll find the true, real people who stick around no matter what, opposed to the people who avoid you and bail over little things. You find cool zip ties in a dumpster too. I have like probably 50 zip ties now that I found all in the dumpsters, brand new. Just throw it away. Probably birds will eat this shit. It'll go down and get it stuck in someone's nose. They don't care. They don't care. The waste that goes on just in a couple miles around here is amazing, and it's everywhere. The waste. The waste. We'll profit from it. You'll be rich. There's money everywhere. So, never get upset about it. I think these I found in the trash too. Zip ties in the trash. You should make zip tie handcuffs now in your car and have them ready for what's going on in this world. It's always bad. You know how you watch those old ass videos in the 80s and 70s, 60s? They're talking about the same shit that we're talking about today. End of the world, society collapse, people going broke, endless people on government, whatever, talking about the same shit. But it's like 60 years ago even. It's pathetic. And people think it's a new revolutionary idea. And they're talking about the same exact problems and social problems, whatever, in America. It's the same thing. Failing education, blah 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 blah. All the same bullshit going on for years. Tainted water. Years. It's not a new idea. No. Radicalized people. Being brainwashed. You gotta have no time though. No time to go consume all that shit. I'm telling you. No time, no job, no nothing. Anyway. Another thing in your life which is important, which I have found in the last especially year or so, make sure that you are prepared and you can just go when the calling is there. You can just go. You can just get up and go, get everything else going. And you have stuff in the background already working for you, just waiting. Like you may come home and it's like, oh, I sold something. Oh, I sold something. Oh, I sold something. Because you already did all that work and it's just sitting there and you constantly add to it when you can. So always do that and then you'll be okay too. Opposed to not doing anything at all and then saying, oh, how did this person get rich? How did this person get all this? How did that person? They got it from hard work, so you have to do the same thing. And just have it in the background. It's a balance. Balance to do that and then other things for enjoyment. To have enjoyment though, just don't do that and do absolutely nothing at all. Like I have for years. And I kind of just burned myself out from having lack of enjoyment. But keep on grinding. Yeah. And then breaking yourself so you're near broke and then having to do it all over again is to go rebuild. It's even worse. But luckily we got there fairly fast. We reached our goal that we had. Now we have another goal. So, it'll be alright. Anyway. If I don't get any offers, We have to do something else soon, but it's okay. We'll figure it out. I'll be the antisocial guy that runs around, and I'll continue to be, oh, I'm never going to go meet, or anything will happen to me being antisocial, doing this or that. But you gotta do what you gotta do, because even when you weren't, it didn't work anyway. So there's just no point wishing about it anymore. Wishing about things that will never happen. I'm rambling. I should have went dumpster diving though today to cheer me up, but the truck's half broken. I had a fear of filling the thing up, but sometimes you don't. And it's a nice feeling though, just to be able to relax for a little bit, knowing that all that stuff is out there and it's common items, and it consistently comes to you, and it's very easy once you have a process going to accumulate the same amount of items and get similar dollar amount for them. It's great. Just never be that person that says one and done. You're only gonna do it one time and then you're gonna quit. You're not gonna do anything. You gotta be consistent. That you're collecting. Have to be consistent, but come back with good stuff, not with shit. I'm going through the shit pile again, which is kind of sad, and will never really deal with it again. The shit pile. Anyway, I'm out of here. Hopefully some more stuff sells though soon. Hopefully. Yeah, we gotta clear out our phone. We gotta go edit our old videos. And again, you should create something instead of consuming other people's shit. Create something yourself. If you don't like the way it is, and this person is dead, and that person died, and all the other shit, instead of watching other people, create it yourself. Your way. Your story. Just like they did. So, that's what you gotta do. That's what you gotta do. Sometimes the non-traditional way of doing stuff is the right way to do it, because everyone else was doing things the wrong way, and they wound up failing. And, everyone failed with them. Yeah. Oh, I got a bathroom fan. I should have this. I'll probably never use it. Maybe when I build out a container house, when I ever have the money for it. Bathroom fan. They're like $46 at Lowe's or something, made in USA. Probably better than the piece of shit fans here. But I got a bathroom fan. Cool, for free. There's free stuff everywhere. Just throw it away. New box. It's crazy. So, I'm out of here. I'm done talking to myself. I had no one else to talk to today. So I'll talk to the camera.